Judge J.
All right. Oh, there he is. Oh, man.
All right, everybody
Scared the
down.
crap out of me.
Everybody down.
That was a
Why
loud
was that
gavel.
guy from Operation
Guys.
Desert Storm in here?
So that's our bailiff. Anthony,
a
where are
bomb
you?
in the-
Anthony, where are you? You have to come back. And
That's
we
a
didn't
disaster.
we didn't get the cap on his.
I think he has to run something.
So
back.
what we asked him was, hey, Anthony, can you come up with whatever a bailiff would wear?
That's
Why
what
did you decide? Well,
Yeah.
like, you've got a
What are
bulletproof
you?
vest.
Here, I guess I can talk. It's all I had.
Remember Jeremy Renner? What
it
was
was
that
for a
movie with
costume,
Jeremy
yeah.
Renner where he's defusing
Yeah,
bombs?
exactly.
Oh, that was
in
a
Iraq,
great
right?
movie.
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen a bailiff before?
No.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Go ahead. You did
All
great,
right.
man. Have fun.
Tremendous job.
Google Bold from Night Court. There
yeah,
you go.
that's all you got to
Black
do.
man would get shot wearing that. You can't
Oh, no, yeah, you can't come in like that.
run around in a bulletproof vest.
And my wires are just a mess. I've
boy.
got this silly judge robe on.
Yeah.
you go.
Yes,
For
you do.
future segments, I'm actually going to be wearing a judge wig. You know the old school judge wig?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
gonna-
old British type.
Yeah, that's going to happen, but that's
Yeah.
down the road.
Well,
You know,
when
we
the
got a-
budget allows.
We've got a limited prop
get there.
budget right now.
So you're going to be doing different topics for us to debate on right now, right? Yes.
Oh, correct.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so
Really going
We'll be
willy
deaf
nilly.
by the end of the segment.
listen, I know you've been sworn. I've read your complaints. Here's how this is going to work. So, Tenders, you're going to give the topic, correct? Is that right? He's going to give the topic, and then
Yeah.
we're going to debate. But the first debate is going to, you'll take it away.
Go ahead.
We got two debates on the docket today. Number one, if you were the Browns GM and could only sign one of the following two players, would you sign Jadeveon Clowney or Jarvis Landry?
And who are the litigants for this?
It's these two. These
Okay,
two
so
gentlemen.
Bull versus G. Bush. Bull, you can go
Yeah.
first.
Guys, this one's easy to me. Jarvis Landry is the call. And I know I'm in the minority opinion here, and I know G's going to disagree, and I think a lot of fans are going to agree with him. But it's not just about, listen, pass rusher is more important as an individual position than wide receiver. I get that. So I'm at a disadvantage here. But I can rely on Jarvis Landry. I know he missed some time last year. It was the first time he'd ever missed time in his career. I know Jarvis Landry wants to win. I know Jarvis Landry's a good leader. I know Jarvis Landry's a passionate guy. And I know that outside of a couple of games last year, he's always been a reliable player. I get he's getting a little old, okay. And they have a clear hole at second wide receiver, just like they have a clear hole at pass rusher. I don't trust Jadeveon Clowney. I think he's a good player and gets treated like a great player, and I don't think he's a great player. Myles Garrett's the star on the defensive line. I think Clowney is unreliable in terms of injury. I think he's unreliable in terms of passion for the game. There's always, why is it that he always signs late? Why is it that nobody's ever breaking down the door for him? Now, you could say, well, Jarvis is not signed either. That's just one time here, right? I don't know. There's something about Clowney that I don't love.
Okay, good points, all of them. G. Bush?
Your Honor, Adam the Bull, great lawyer. This guy really does his homework, but he didn't do his homework on this one. He talks about, Jadeveon Clowney being injury prone. Well, Jarvis Landry is the guy who had surgery last year.
my.
When you talk about Jadeveon Clowney, this guy played hurt and was productive while he played hurt. And sometimes it's not whether or not you're a superstar or whether or not you're an over-the-top great player. Everyone knows he's not as good as Myles Garrett, but guess what? He unlocks Myles Garrett's other potential, right? You can't double-team Myles now, and he makes the defensive tackles better because Jadeveon Clowney is a guy who now, if you want to slide somewhere, tackles are getting one-on-one coverage. Tackles are getting one-on-one coverage all across the board. If you get Jadeveon Clowney to come back for the Cleveland Browns, you now have two of the most formidable defensive ends. You need that against guys who can move the pocket, that can run. Joe Burrow's in this division. You look at Lamar Jackson is in this division. He's also going to make those corners better. You just signed Denzel Ward. Jadeveon Clowney makes the entire defense better. He's an impact guy. I love Jarvis to death.
Okay, that's the end of the arguments because we have a hard interview coming up at 12:30. Sean Porter.
right.
Sean Porter's a boxer. The one guy that you don't want to make wait for an
That's right.
interview
knock
is a
us out.
boxer. So here's how we're going to settle this whole thing. First of all, Mike, do you can be a one-man juror here. You can sort of help
I'm
me
actually
make my decision.
I'm someone in the gallery in a southern courtroom.
So you're
right
not
now.
even paying attention.
No, that's why I have this.
exactly with the
Or an
fans.
Adam
That's on
Sandler
you.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard everything, but it's up to you.
But do
Your
are
Honor.
you coming down on one side? Before I make my ruling, are you coming down on one side or the other here?
I
or
can't
no?
believe that you're allowing allowing yourself to be influenced by a member of the gallery
Well,
like
this
this.
is
but,
a different
I mean,
court.
Are
accept
you an
bribes.
elected official?
I accept bribes.
I
So if
understand.
any of these guys
Here's
want
what
to
I'll-
pay me to rule in their favor, I will.
I think they both made excellent points. I will say this: Myles Garrett specifically said he wants Jadeveon Clowney back. I like a happy
Sure he
Myles.
does.
I like a happy Myles Garrett, and so I would kind of lean that way.
Okay, that's fair. I understand that. Mike, do we have comments? Is anybody weighing in on as to whether or not they want Clowney, or he's not prepared to look at the chat right now?
I
We'll
bet
have
you
that.
people are saying
Okay, so
Clowney.
here's what I'm ready to make my ruling, guys. I'm ready to make my ruling, and you, Bull, you actually convinced me early on with something that you said. I think that this is more about the human being, like the tangibles that this player, the intangibles that this player will bring. I think that we saw early on that Jarvis Landry changed the culture of this team.
100%.
With the whole bless them, do you remember that?
Yep.
When they were on Hard Knocks and we got to see what a vocal leader he can be, particularly in his position group. I'm worried about Jadeveon Clowney getting the money, getting more than a one-year deal, and then saying, I got a little bit of a tweak hamstring here. I'm not going to be able to go. He was motivated by what this year? Money.
Yeah.
1 year deal. If you can get this guy on a 1 year deal, it might change. I might say, okay, take Clowney again on a 1 year deal. He's incentivized to be out there every play. But I think Jarvis Landry, both what he can bring on the field and the intangibles that he brings to the locker room, my ruling is for Bull.
Yeah.
It is, if I'm only going to sign
Let's
one, it's
go.
going to be Landry. So you're 1-0 now in this whole gimmick.
Thank you.
The other thing, too, is, in my opinion, the kid from Oklahoma that the Browns drafted, the kid that we all fell in love with. I can't think of his name right now.
Isaiah Thomas.
No, not Isaiah Thomas. Winfrey.
Winfrey.
He's going to change lives in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He's going to change
This
lives.
year?
And I need somebody-
not this year.
I need
Maybe not this year, but I think he's going to come in and have a big. He's not going to be Mac Wilson.
Right.
I don't think he's going to be Mac Wilson.
I need a vocal leader in that wide receiver room. I'm not sure Amari Cooper's it. He's
I agree.
obviously a better talent than Landry.
but they both need a good wingman. I'll give you guys
Yes.
that. Okay, what's our next topic? Mike's involved in this one.
We actually got an email submission for this one. If you have a question you want us to answer, email us at ucss@wkyc.com. But this one was an email submission from Leah Musgrave. Are there more chairs or people in the world? Mike
What?
Polk versus G. Bush. Mike Polk versus Adam the Bull.
Can I close? Can I go second? Do you mind?
I don't. See, I'm gonna go. I think there's more people in the world. I really have no idea.
Right.
I wish there were less people in the world.
There
We have
is-
a lot of terrible people.
There is no statistic that actually tells us the truth of this, right, Fingers?
No, there's no real
No
answer.
official
Okay,
answer.
great.
This
I
is
mean,
up
I
to
wish
Judge
I had
Jay.
like the Thanos ability to snap my fingers and get rid of the people I don't
Yeah.
like, but I don't have that
Wow.
ability.
You want to just vaporize them?
Yes.
I can
Oh
see
my
that being
What if
God.
What if I could wipe out all the racists and terrorists and pedophiles
Get rid of 'em.
and rapists and murderers? Wipe them all out with one snap of the finger.
Boy,
And you're the judge, jury, and the executioner.
That's
could
it.
go wrong?
God.
That's harsh, Bull.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Wow, you also
But the
vaporize
reality
them.
is, we've overpopulated this world. We're destroying the planet, and so if that's not depressing enough, I'll say that there's so many people that we're ruining the planet.
so you're contending that there are more people than chairs.
Yes.
All right.
Mike?
Yeah. Well, Your Honor, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Obviously. I mean, how many chairs are in this room alone? Sure, we have.
We got a stack of them right
there's
there
a
that
big
are off
stack
camera.
of them right over there.
10. We have
There-
10 chairs in this
How
room.
many chairs do you have at home? You're just one man. How many people live in your house?
3.
You have 3 chairs total, or you have 3 people in your house?
3 people.
3 people.
I have about 10 chairs.
10
making,
chairs.
Mike's making great points right
Not
now.
only
Bull.
that, right now.
That boy good. That
We have
boy
a
good.
population. Look at those
I
chairs
just
over
wanted to
there.
kill
Show
people
that
with the
again. Look at
finger. I
all
don't
the
know.
chairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, just there. Not only that, we're almost 8 billion people in the world right now. True, there are. But there were people before that, and there were people before that, and they all had chairs, multiple chairs, a lot of them. Now, sure,
they?
some countries, they
Yes.
don't have enough
The
chairs.
cavemen had chairs? They didn't have chairs.
Not
Yeah, they
all
were
of them.
stones, but they had chairs. They
They-
just
does
sat
Does
on
a
big
stone
rocks.
count as a chair?
It depends. Well,
Back then
it's,
it did.
It's funny you bring that
On the
up.
Flintstones,
Because
did
I
they have
looked up
chairs?
the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of chair. And it is, the definition of chair is a seat typically having 4 legs and a back for one person. Typically, not always.
That's the
You know,
buzzword.
what,
in there.
with that, and according to Merriam-Webster, that makes a couch a chair. How many
Does.
couches? Now we add the couches in. Love seats,
Sure.
okay? You're on a bus. That's
Bar
a chair.
stools.
Bar stools.
Stadium seats.
These, according to Merriam-Webster, those are all chairs.
I think I've been crushed in this.
Yeah, you know
argument.
what? Make one more point, because I can't hear enough of this, but make one more point. Do you have another one?
Last point. When you do an architectural dig, all right, back to ancient Samaria or something like that. You know what you're going to find back there? You're going to find a damn chair. At least one chair.
At least
an
one.
ancient artifact. And so these chairs are just populated in places we don't even know throughout this globe. Far more chairs than people. I rest my case.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the voice of the
He's
people
convinced
thinks
me.
on this,
Yeah.
but very compelling argument.
I'm the
Very
Clarence
good.
Darrow
And
of-
besides, Bull wants to vaporize people.
Yes, I
Right.
do.
Doug,
I
Doug,
understand. Strong
Doug
point.
Kitts says, how many chairs are in all of the sports venues in the world? You got dog walk, Bull.
Right.
It's landslide.
Think about
Bull,
that.
this isn't even
It was a
close.
losing argument.
It
to begin
was.
with.
You were in a bad
Close.
spot.
So the judge has made his ruling. Mike Polk makes a compelling case that there are
Thank you.
definitely more chairs than people. I think we all have more chairs, probably fivefold, in our own homes.
People don't talk about it enough.
No,
it's a hot button issue.
They will be now.
You went to college for 4 years to win that argument.
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
I went for 7.
Hey, college was the best
Yeah.
9 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take a break on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. When we come back, I can't wait. Sean Porter, the Northeast Ohio native who was a tremendous both amateur and professional boxer, out of the game now, but he's a fight analyst. He's going to join us to talk all things boxing. And, guys, he's a huge Cleveland sports fan,
he
so we
is.
want to get his take on Browns, Cavs, Guardians. I almost slipped there. Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, coming right back.